All right. I'm here, everyone. I am here on the show on this day. And how are you? Welcome to another edition of Maryland's Cafe Society Radio on YouTube. Well, it's the day after Memorial Day. Did you have a good holiday weekend? Listen, if you were in the Chicagoland area, you could not have asked for better weather, right? It was just gorgeous, 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 gorgeous Saturday, gorgeous Sunday, gorgeous. And of course, right now, the clouds have rolled in. In fact, the forecasters are predicting a severe thunderstorm later on in the early after or late afternoon, early evening. So I'm a bit early in getting the show to you today. And yeah, so listen, in case you aren't sure, today is Tuesday, the 31st day of May, the very last day in the month of May. And of course, it's National Smile Day. And also, it's the day after my birthday. Yeah, it was all smiles on yesterday as I enjoyed a small celebration with family in person as well as via the telephone, lots of calls and texts and all of that good stuff. And oh, listen, I did my own photo shoot as well. So I did post some of the pictures on Facebook, and I'll be posting some on the blog later on in the week. And for your viewing pleasure, if you are viewing this and not just listening, I did post one of the pictures on this video. So yeah, I'm coming to you in radio format on this day, and I'm going to get right into it. But listen, tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, we will begin a new month, in case you didn't know it. Yeah, June 1st. June 1st is Say Something Nice Day. And, you know, I can just hear the smart Alex out there right now saying the words, something nice. All right, everybody. So let's go ahead and get right into it because, again, I'm trying to beat this storm and, you know, I want the electricity and everything to be working so I can get the show to you. So let's take a look at our latest update on the coronavirus crises. Again, the information is coming from the Johns Hopkins University, and they're reporting a little more than 529.5 million COVID-19 cases worldwide. As for the global deaths, well, we're still sitting around 6.3, just under actually, 6.3 million cases. Here in the United States, we've surpassed 84 million COVID-19 cases, and we are now reporting 1,004,782 deaths. Now, that's an increase of about 2,349 from last week's number. And, you know, there's still those reports out there, everyone, that's predicting that there will be another huge surge of cases as a result of this holiday weekend that we've all just enjoyed. You know, they're saying because of the traveling and the gatherings and the visiting, there's going to be another surge of cases. So, you know, just continue to do as you've been doing. Try to remember to stay safe and protected, you know, regardless of your vaccination status. In some of those cases, you know, we still have to wear the mask and maybe even do the social distancing. I know it's tough. I really do. Listen, you're getting this from a hugger, but yeah, we'll continue to stay safe because we know the virus is still out there, right? All right, and then dipping into some news. You know, last week we started this report with breaking news as a report was coming through that as many as 14 people were dead, including several children, in a Texas elementary school shooting. Well, we all know all the details, right? We all know that the actual number turned out to be 19 children and 2 adults that were killed. We've heard those horrific details, and so I won't repeat them, but The latest report is that this week, people in that southwestern Texas town of Uvalde will begin to say their goodbyes to those children and teachers who were shot to death at their school on May 24th. Now, so far, funerals have been planned for at least 11 children and one of the teachers. It's being reported that funeral directors, embalmers, and others from across the state of Texas have reached out, and some have even arrived to that town to help out with those services. And of course, we've heard the latest news as well, and that is that the United States Department of Justice will review law enforcement's response to that particular mass shooting. Just devastating, devastating, devastating. Now, not to minimize any of the other mass shootings from the past, and even there's report that there was yet another mass shooting just yesterday, I believe, on Memorial Day, where 7 people lost their lives. But listen, between this shooting that happened in Uvalde, Texas, and of course, Buffalo, New York, a couple weeks ago, we should be at that point where we're just screaming, enough is enough. And so my call to action to everyone is to contact your lawmakers and urge them to support stricter gun laws, as well as support all of those organizations that have been on the ground doing the work, calling for changes in gun laws. Enough, 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 right? So let's get moving. I know you're getting some of those invites from those organizations via your email and maybe even text. So go ahead and sign the petitions, make the phone calls, do what you got to do so that we can institute some change and stop all of these killings. Not just the mass shootings, but also, I think about the children in Chicago and other major urban communities across the country who may not be murdered in masses, but every day there's a shooting or 2 or 3 where young people, older people, anyone has lost their life due to gun violence. And so let's get on it, everybody. Call your lawmakers, sign those petitions. Let's make change happen. All right. Okay. In another story, I took a quick glance at the United States labor market just ahead of the government's drop on the latest employment stats, usually taking place on the first Friday of every new month. And so here's a prediction. U.S. employers are projected to have added at least 325,000 new jobs for just the month of May. So that's some good news. Now, here's the bad news. The restaurant, retail, and now even summer-related industries are being forced to open later, close earlier, and sadly, in some cases, just close up shop altogether. And of course, it's all due to lack of workers. So yeah, we have more jobs than we have people to fill them now. That's a good problem to have, I guess, but it's not working out for those particular industries. In fact, due to an extreme shortage of lifeguard workers, many public swimming pools that were scheduled to welcome swimmers on Memorial Day and that whole weekend have delayed their openings because they just don't have the workers. And so experts are saying that consumer spending has jumped 15.4% over pre-COVID times, but employment is still 0.8% lower. So it seems that people are happier being consumers and not the workers, particularly in those industries, right? And we know that young people, typically the teenagers and young adults, fill those positions. But from what I'm hearing, with my ear to the ground, these young people have found other ways, smarter ways to earn money with on their own time. And so that's what a lot of them are doing now. They're into the technology, they're into all of these new ways to earn income without, having to leave their homes in a lot of cases, or just, working from their phones. It's amazing. It's clearly amazing. So I don't know how the baby boomers and the silent generation people are handling all of this, but yes, they're doing it and they're working smarter. And so that's why those positions are open now. Just in some observations and conversations I've had, it seems like some of the senior citizens, those retired boomers, and even those from the silent generation are filling a lot of those positions. And so we'll see how things turn out, right? It'll be good. It'll be all good. All right. And so there has been a massive recall of 90 tons of bacon product. That's right. That's a problem, right? All these bacon lovers out here, and you're telling me there's a recall of 90 tons of bacon product? My goodness. Talk about starting a war. That could be a major problem. So here's the deal. Smithfield Packaged Meats Corporation recently recalled their ready to eat bacon products because they may contain metal, foreign objects. And so, the announcement came from the United States Department of Agriculture's Food Safety and Inspection Service. Now, again, the recall is mostly for the pre-cooked bacon products. And, for that full list of those products, you can go to www.fsis.usda.gov, and I'll post this in the notes under the video as well. And if you think that you may have consumed some of those pre-cooked bacon products, contact your doctor immediately, whether you're having symptoms or not. And if you have a product in your home, they're recommending that you throw it out or return it to the place where you purchased it. Okay. And then they'll know what to do from there. Now, if you've been paying attention in the last couple of weeks, there's also a recall on Jif peanut butter. Yeah. And also fresh off the recall list is the recall for organic strawberries. They're saying the fresh ones as well as some of the frozen ones. And places across the United States where you could have purchased them include Aldi, Kroger, Safeway, Walmart, and even Trader Joe's. So listen, everybody, if you go to the FDA website, which is www.fda.gov, you'll get all of those, a list of all of the product recalls and details and updates, okay? So there's two links that you can visit, and I'll put them again in the notes under the video on YouTube. So let's get to the stock market and see what's been happening. The latest report coming through as of about 1:30 Eastern time today. The Dow was down 131 points to 33,064. The S&P 500 dipped also 14 points to 4,144 points. And the NASDAQ was up a whole 3 points, everyone, to 12,682. Now, gold dropped $10.88 to $1,845.62 per ounce. And oil prices, as we all know, rose to a 2-month high over this past weekend, making the average cost of a gallon of gas here in the United States $4.62 per gallon. That's a record-breaking high. And right now, the price of oil is up $2.38 to $117.25 per barrel. Yeah, here in the Chicagoland area, I think I mentioned this last week, I'm not sure, but yeah, we're right at the $5 a mark gallon price for a gallon of gasoline. That's historic. I just Well, anyway, we're gonna keep it moving. All right, so that's another thing people should be in the streets running up and down the street screaming about. But anyway, let's keep going. So in other news, Justin Timberlake recently sold the entire music catalog from his 20-year career. Can you imagine that? So the purchase was made on behalf of Hypnosis Songs Capital, a partnership between Hypnosis Song Management and funds managed by private equity firm Blackstone. Mhm. The purchase includes all copyrights on tracks Justin Timberlake has written or co-written. The deal also includes any music that he released in association with movies, television, streaming, cover music, or performances. And of course, the Wall Street Journal is reporting that the agreement, which also includes rights to around 200 songs, is worth $100 million. Is that does that seem like a fair price to you? I don't know. It seems like it should be worth more, right? His entire music catalog should be worth more, but that's a lot of millions to be walking around with. So, you know, maybe he's gonna, flip that money and do something really incredible with it. We'll have to be on standby and see what happens. All right, and so when it comes to the movie box office report, guess what? Top Gun Maverick pulled in an estimated $156 million during this long Memorial Day weekend, which includes Monday. And of course, they're saying that, the theaters were mostly filled by middle aged Americans who saw the original Top Gun film. And so the report says that 55% of those ticket buyers were, in fact, over the age of 35. Yeah. And so the rest of those who attended was a mix of Gen Xers, Gen Yers, and even the older Gen Zers. It's reported that the theaters had a record-breaking attendance over this Memorial Day weekend, and many are hoping that this is a sign that movie theaters' long COVID nightmare of scarcity may have come to an end. So we'll see if people keep it up, if they continue to get out of the house, go to the movies, and live life. All right. On a sad note, rapper, producer, entertainment business executive Master P, along with his family and the hip hop community, are mourning the death of his daughter, Tytyana Miller. Now, the rapper announced this on his Instagram on Sunday. He said that his daughter had died. She was just 29 years old, and the cause of her death is currently unknown, although there's a report from TMZ that says law enforcement sources reported that they responded to an emergency call from a home in the San Fernando Valley at around 2:30 a.m. on Saturday morning. And of course, paramedics, they're saying, pronounced Tytyana Miller dead on the scene. Now, Tytyana Miller, affectionately known to her family and friends as Ty Ty, was featured in Master P's family reality show, Growing Up Hip Hop. So, uh, obviously, we send condolences and prayers to the family, friends, and community. All right, on a lighter note, well, it's set in stone, everybody. The Boston Celtics and the Golden State Warriors will face off in the NBA Finals beginning on Thursday. All right, so here's my prediction. I think that the Warriors will sweep this series. Get the brooms out. Let's do a sweep. All right. I'm not doing any wages. I'm not doing any bets. I've been thinking about it. I'll just continue to think about it. But anyway, that's my thoughts on that. All right, all right, all right. Well, one last thing, and this is really deep. Are you ready? Are you listening? This is deep. Angels, my friend, angels are very real. hmm You heard it here first. All right, let's review that word one last time for the month of May, and it is irrefragable, irrefragable, which means not able to be refuted or disproved, indisputable. You got one more day, everybody, just today to seal it into your memory. All right. So if you have a product, business, service, book, music, whatever that you'd like to promote, via this show, just send an email to producer at marilynscafesociety.com. Be sure to visit that website too, marilynscafesociety.com, where you connect with me on various social media sites as well as the blog. I'll be working on that blog probably later today if, the power stays on, and get it posted, if not tomorrow, definitely by Thursday. Okay. You can also um, check out the YouTube channel anytime. And for those who are here now, thank you. Thank you so much. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. And have you heard about the email club, Mondays with Marilyn? Now, listen. Yesterday was Monday. Yesterday was my birthday. So I didn't get around to the email. I'm going to work on something. I'm going to work on something today. That's the other reason why this is all happening a little bit earlier than we normally do, because I want to get that email. I want to get an email out today. Okay. I know it's not Monday, but you should be getting something. Now, listen, if you want to be a part of that email club, just send your email to Marilyn's Cafe Society at yahoo.com. And in the subject area, just say, sign me up for the email club. That's it. All right. All right, everybody. So listen, before we go, I got to remind you what love is for the rest of this week. Are you ready? Love is our heavenly and earth angels. Yes. And remember, if you don't do anything else this week, be sure that you live, you laugh, and you love. As always, it's a pleasure and a privilege to hang out. And I'll see you on the next show. Peace, everybody. Take care.